Imagine this, you've just paid 50,000 dirhams to set up your mainland company in Dubai. Everything seems perfect, and then bam, you discover you can't hire employees because of a technical visa loophole no one told you about. Or even worse, you found out your business activity comes with a hidden 50,000 dirham fee that suddenly appears on your invoice. These aren't hypothetical scenarios, they're real mistakes I've seen countless entrepreneurs make when setting up in the UAE. And in 2025, with regulations changing faster than ever, these costly errors are only becoming more common. And in today's video, I'm revealing the 9 biggest mistakes people make when setting up a mainland company in Dubai. Hi, I'm Mainland from Emifast, and we help entrepreneurs maximize their income and minimize taxes with smart global relocation strategies. Visit emifast.com to explore our resources or to talk with one of our consultants. We're happy to help. Before we dive into the common mistakes, let's quickly understand why someone would choose a mainland company instead of a free zone. These are 3 main reasons. Number 1, unlimited market access. You can sell your product or service anywhere in the UAE, in all free zones, and internationally without restrictions. Number 2, unlimited visa quota. Unlike free zones, where your visa options are tied to your office space, mainland companies can technically apply for as many visas as they need. Number 3, flexible office options. You can have your office anywhere within your emirate, from premium locations like Sheikh Zayed Road to more affordable areas. If these benefits sound crucial for your business, mainland is probably your best option. But now, let's talk about the mistakes you absolutely need to avoid. Mistake number 1, not planning for the corporate shareholder visa trap. This is a confusing bureaucratic nightmare that catches so many of my clients off guard. Here's the situation. Let's say your business in Europe wants to set up a company in Dubai, with your European company as the corporate shareholder. No problem, right? You can get the license and establishment card set up easily. But here is where it gets tricky. When you try to set up your labor file, which you need to hire employees, you discover that the manager mentioned on your license needs to already have a UAE visa. But to get that visa, they need, you guessed it, the labor file that you're trying to set up. It's a classic catch-22 that leaves many business owners stuck in the limbo, unable to move forward. As a solution, you have 2 options. Temporarily outsource that visa through a professional employer organization while you set up the labor file. Or number 2, find someone who already has a UAE visa, like a golden visa holder, to be temporarily listed as your manager. Mistake number 2, not applying for your labor file early enough. Many entrepreneurs think they can set up their company and immediately start hiring employees. Then reality hits. Before you can sponsor a single employee, you need to set up your labor file. And that process includes a mandatory inspection of your office space by the Ministry of Labor, which can take anywhere from 5 to 10 working days to complete. We've seen countless business owners stuck in a difficult situation. They've already hired staff who are ready to start, but they can't legally bring them into the country because they don't have the labor file and the visa quota ready. Always factor this time frame into your business setup timeline, especially if you're planning to hire immediately. Mistake number 3, not researching the hidden fees tied to specific business activities. This is where many consultants don't properly inform their clients, and it leads to shocking surprises during the payment. For example, if you want to add investment in commercial enterprises as an activity to your license, it comes with an additional 15,000 dirham fee that's not mentioned anywhere in the standard activity list. Similar fees exist for other activities like certain types of trading or specialized services. The worst part is that you typically only discover these fees when it's time to pay, and by then changing your activity might mean starting parts of application from scratch. Always ask your consultant specifically about any additional government fees attached to your chosen activities. If they can't give you a clear answer, that's a major red flag. Mistake number 4, forgetting about the marketing fee. This is a fee that almost no one plans for, yet it can significantly increase your startup costs. The UAE government looks at your ajari, your office rental contract, and takes 5% of your annual rent added to your license cost. If you've rented an office of 100,000 dirhams per year, that's an additional 5,000 dirhams you need to pay for premium office locations. This fee can easily exceed 10,000 dirhams. And this fee isn't optional and can't be negotiated. It's mandatory for all mainland companies. Factor it in your budget from the beginning. Mistake number 5, not preparing for activity-specific approvals and inspections. Certain business activities require special approvals and inspections from various government departments. For example, if you want to offer medical training, you'll need approval from the Dubai Health Authority. For gold or precious gems trading, you'll need SERA approval. Food-related business require approvals from the Food Safety Department, and these approvals often come with specific requirements for your office space. SERA approval, for instance, typically requires you to have security cameras installed, a lockable door, and other security measures before they'll even approve your license. I wanted a client who leased an office space only to discover that it didn't meet the requirements for their business activity. They ended up paying rent on 2 offices while resolving the issue. Mistake number 6, choosing office space based solely on price. Many entrepreneurs opt for the cheapest office solution, not realizing how it impacts other aspects of their business. When the Ministry of Labor inspects your office, both initially and when you apply for the additional visa quota, they expect someone to be physically present to greet them, explain your business operations, and justify why you need additional employees. If you've gone for a cheap virtual office or co-working space without reception services, there might be no one to meet the inspector. And this often results in failed inspections, delayed approvals, and wasted time reapplying. Additionally, the location of your office determines where all visa-related processes must be completed. If your office is in Dubai, but your employees live in Sharjah, they'll still need to go to Dubai for medical tests, biometric appointments, driving license conversations, car registrations. Always factor in these practical considerations when choosing your office location. Mistake number 7, not understanding the limitations on investor visas. Here is the mistake almost nobody talks about. Under current UAE rules, you can initially apply for only 1 investor visa per mainland company. If you have multiple shareholders, only one can be classified as an investor. The others will need to be sponsored as employees. This means those additional shareholders must receive monthly salary through a WYPS, sign up for unemployment insurance, comply with all employee regulations, and after 1 year of operations, you can apply for a second investor visa, but approval isn't guaranteed. I've seen partnerships break down when shareholders discover that most of them must technically will be employees, rather than investors in the eyes of the UAE law. Mistake number 8, ignoring activity groups when selecting business activities. When setting up a mainland company, each business activity belongs to a specific activity group. If you want multiple activities on your license and they're in the same activity group, you can usually add them together without any issues. But if they're in a different activity group, even if closely related, you'll need special approval from the deed manager. This approval isn't guaranteed and is entirely at the manager's discretion. For example, if you want to combine general trading with business consultancy, you'll face this hurdle because they belong to different activity groups, despite many businesses logically doing both. Plan your activity carefully from the start and try to stay within compatible activity groups whenever possible. Mistake number 9. Underestimating the document requirements and preparation time. Setting up a mainland company isn't just about paying fees. It's about preparing countless documents in exactly the right format. Common documentation mistakes include submitting improperly tested documents from your home country, not having corporate documents properly legalized, missing power of attorney documents for corporate shareholders, inadequate passport validity, you typically need at least 6 months, inconsistent name spellings across different documents. Each of these mistakes can set you back weeks as you scramble to correct them. Always work with your consultant to prepare a complete document checklist before you even start the process, and allow extra time for unexpected document requirements that might pop up. Setting up a mainland company in the UAE offers incredible benefits: unlimited market access, flexible visa options, and the prestigious status of having a full-fledged Dubai business. But as we've seen, the process is filled with potential pitfalls that can drain your time, money, and patience if you're not properly prepared. But here's the good news. Every single mistake I've mentioned today is completely avoidable with the right guidance and planning. And at Emifast, we've helped hundreds of entrepreneurs successfully navigate the mainland setup process without falling into these traps. We believe in full transparency about fees, timelines, and requirements, so you never face unpleasant surprises. And if you're thinking about setting up a mainland company in Dubai or anywhere in the UAE, I invite you to book a free 30-minute consultation with our team, and we'll help you understand exactly what to expect and create a customized plan for your specific business needs. Just click in the link in the description below to schedule your call, and if you found this video helpful, give it a like, drop a comment with your question, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on business setup and tax optimizations in the UAE and beyond. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.